Okay. So before like we'll go for the exception handling. So the only one important point here is whenever we want to store any object into the local storage. So what is the method we should use it? JSON data stringify. Okay. And once we get the data, what is the data we are going to get? It object or string? We are going to get a string. Let str. But suppose if I want to print str dot first name, what will happen? It will print first name or it is going to print undefined. It is going to print the undefined because this is a string. That is the reason we have to convert into object first. How to convert into object first? Let obj is equal to json dot parse. Okay, so this parse method will convert the string into object. This object you can use object data first name. Okay, so this is the place we will use that json dot parse and something like this. Okay, so these are the methods. Now let us go for the exception handling. Okay, the concept is exception handling. So first we'll understand what is the exception handling and we'll learn something. Okay, suppose I'm going to write 100 lines of programming. Okay, if there is an error in the first line itself, what will happen? Whether it will go to the second line and third line, or it will stop the program there itself. It will stop the program there itself. Okay, so exception handling is nothing but whenever any error occurs, okay, and we want to handle that error and execute the remaining code, that is nothing but a exception handling. Okay, first understood, right? So let us write some error and try to do something. Okay, so here I want to write one simple code. Okay, so here we have written one person, right? This is a person. So whenever we are converting into string, what is happening here? Let us write string. Okay, so let us print the json dot str first. Simple use case. So here we are getting the some string object, right? I will copy this one and let us try to do one simple use case. Okay, so let str is equal to, so this is the data I am storing from the local storage. Correct, right? This is a correct object only. So this is the object is there, keys is there, values is there. Okay, so here what I'm going to do, I'm going to write a some comma here. If you are going to write a comma, the next property you have to write it. Okay, that is fine, but I'm not going to write anything. So now I want to parse it. I want to convert this unit into object. How to convert a string into object? JSON data parse. Okay, let me write this one. This is already on object format. I want to do it in a string format. Okay, so this is a string now. So how to convert into JSON data parse? Okay, parse of str. So what it will return? It will return a object. Okay, now I want to print this object, console dot, okay, log of obj dot first name. So what is the answer we are going to get it here? So we are going to parse this object and we are saying object dot first name. What is the first name we are having it? Some John. Okay, so whenever you are going to reload this page, what is the output we are getting it? Okay, you are getting some error. Okay, and at line number 64. Okay, so if you put your cursor here, something here. Okay, so there is a problem with this string here. Okay, whenever you are trying to do some, this is an example logic only. Okay, here there is an error happened in the line number 11. Because of that line number 11 error, this line number 13 is not executing. Your program is stopped here itself. Okay, suppose you are transferring some amount to your friend and because of the network error, the transaction got failed. What should happen? If amount is debited from your account, it should credit back to the your account, or it should send to receiver. It is debited from your account, it is not sending to the opposite person. Then what? There is a problem, right? Okay, to solve such situations, we'll go for a exception handling. Okay, so now if I want to solve this problem, I am going for a exception handling. Okay, so inside the exception handling, mainly we will be having a 3 blocks here. Okay, so the first block is a try block. Okay, and we'll write like a try, open and close bracket. Okay, and the second block is a catch. Okay, so inside the catch, you will write like one argument. This argument name you can write any name, no problem. But most of the time, we will write like a error. Okay, and open bracket and close bracket. This defines a it is catch is open here and closed in that place. And the last finally is a finally open bracket and a close bracket. So this one, why we will use it? Whenever you want to handle the error. okay, and mitigate the problem, then only we'll go for a exception handling. Okay, suppose you are thinking very strongly, in my code never exception will come, don't think like that. Okay, if backend is giving some invalid data, your front end code also will can throw some errors. That is the reason exception handling is mandatory. Okay, now we want to write this exception handling for this code. Okay, for this reason we can write a try. So what is the first block? Try. Okay, so inside the try, what we have to write, whichever the code you are doubt, okay, whichever the code you have doubt, okay, this code may throw some error, or this code is some having, there might be some problem, you have any uh, doubt on this code, you can move such code inside the try block. Okay, understood, right? So now, so this is the code I am thinking like it can throw some error. Okay, that's fine, and I'll move this one also here. Okay, so that's fine. So now the second thing is catch. Okay, catch here and write err, open bracket and close bracket. Okay. So inside the catch, what should happen is, whenever error is happened, first you can log what is the error, and when error happens, what is the thing we should do it. Okay, so what is the thing I want to do it? Suppose I am doing a transfer, I should do a reverse transfer, right? Something like this. Okay, whatever the thing it is happened, you have to do a reverse transaction. Suppose you are working in a financial, but most of the time we will not write any financial code in the JS. We are going to write in the backend only. Okay, so that is fine. So here any error happens. Now I will say obj is equal to something. Let us have it. And here in the bottom, I am going to write one more line. Console.log of end of the program. Okay, end of the program. Why I am writing end of the program is, suppose if error is comes here, and if it is stopping there itself, this line will not execute. Okay, but if you are writing try catch, we are handling the error. If you are handling the error, this line should execute. Okay, suppose think like this line is like a sending an SMS, your amount is credited back to your account, or your amount is debited, finally I want to send one confirmation SMS. Okay, whether the exception is coming or not, something like that. So then I can write like that. Let me reload the page again. Okay, so here first error is happening. Okay, that is fine. Even though error is happening, your program is executing or not, end of the program is executing or not. Suppose if I don't have this try catch, what will happen? The program will stop here itself. This line will not execute at all. The bottom of the lines will not execute at all. Okay, to stop the unwanted behavior, we'll go for a try catch. Okay, wherever you are writing any complex logic, suppose you are filtering multiple arrays and doing some complex logic, okay, and then you can write a try catch, because there might be some problem in the future. That is the reason you can write a try catch, something like this. Okay, and whenever you can catch the error, and you can do some log statement. Okay, this is error, something happened, something like this. Okay, and the last finally block. Okay, and the last thing is finally. Okay, so what is this finally? Finally means, okay, so whenever, so let us explain. First try block will be executed. Okay, so this catch will come only if error is coming. If there is no error in your code, this catch will not be executed. Okay, for try, what we will do, we'll fix our JSON. Now this is the correct JSON, and it will able to convert the data, so it will print everything. Okay, so this console.log of catch will not come at all. Okay, I will say comma catch error. Okay, so in interview they will write like this, and they will ask what is the output, expected output. Okay, so first we are printing John, and it is going for finally block, then it is going for end of the program. Here it is not going inside the catch block. Okay, because there is no error in your code at all. If there is no error, it will never go into the catch block. If there is an error, then only it will go to the catch block. Okay, and what about finally? If there is a error or not, always you want final block will be executed. Even though error is there, final block will be executed. Without error, final block will be executed. Okay, so which code will be always will be executed? Finally block. Okay, so if you want to write any code, and suppose you want to send some data to the backend server or something like this, very important data, then such code you can write inside the finally block. Okay, so suppose if error is coming, now catch block will be executed or not? Catch block will be executed. First try block will be executed. try block line by line will be executed. When whichever the line error occurs, it will stop in that try block. Okay, and immediately it will go to the catch. Now the output is like a first it will come here, there is an error, and immediately it will go to the catch. The catch error will come, then finally will come, then end of the program. Okay, so this is the output for this program. Let us see it. So first the catch comes, and then we are finally block, then we are writing the end of the program. So this is the output for this program. Okay, so this is the, like most of the time we are going to write this one whenever we are trying to load data from the back end. Suppose APIs they will be giving. Okay, so API means they will give one URL, we want to load that URL data. So whenever you are loading the data, sometimes backend will throw the error. Okay, data is not correct, or your incorrect data, or you don't have the permission, some error they will throw it. Okay, in such cases we'll write the catch and we'll log it and we'll write the remaining thing. If you're not catching, what will happen? Whenever any error comes from the backend, your program will stop. That is not correct, right? That is the reason we'll write a try catch. Okay, okay, so that is the reason. Okay, now we'll go for a, so we have seen the example. Now what is the possible combinations? Okay, so here the possible combination is case one. First you can write try and catch alone. You no need to have all three. You can have a try and catch alone, no problem, it will work fine. Okay, this is the first combination. Let us try to remove, let us remove the final. So I will save it, I will reload the page. Okay, see catch is a, like try is executed, catch is executed. Okay, so try catch is the first combination. Second combination is a try catch final. You can have a three also. Okay, so this is also already we have seen. So on the third combination is without to catch, we can have a try and finally also. Okay, so let's go and reload the page. Here finally block executed, but some error occurs. Okay, so whenever error occurs, this line will not be executed because you did not catch the error. Okay, that is fine, but the combinations, what are the combinations are allowed? Try catch finally. Try catch is allowed, try finally are also allowed. Okay, and there should not be any statement in between the lines. You should not write any lines between the try and catch. Like if and else we have seen, right? We should not write any other lines in between the try catch finally. Only after the closing bracket catch should be there. Okay, this is the rules for the try catch final. Okay, so here suppose whenever you are calling some method, API method, okay, you are calling some API. This API may throw an error or may not throw error. We cannot do, sometimes API will work, sometimes API will not work. Okay, even though error is coming, I want to catch it. Okay, and we'll say some error occurred and we'll print the what is the error. And finally we'll say whatever the code we want to write, it will write that code. So that is nothing but a, so handling your error, this is nothing but a exception handling. So mainly three only: try, catch, and something. Okay, and suppose sometimes we want to throw an error ourselves. Okay, we want to throw an error. So okay, suppose what I want to do, I want to ask user enter your age. Okay, he is not entering the age, he is typing XYZ ABC. Is that correct value or not correct value? Not correct value. Suppose I want to take your Aadhaar card number. Okay, so without Aadhaar card number I cannot process your loan application. Okay, so whether it is a mandatory or not mandatory data, mandatory data. Okay, without that we cannot process at all. In such situations what we'll do, let us try to like a prompt. Okay, let us try to take a let Aadhaar is equal to prompt. Okay, enter your Aadhaar number. Suppose if user is not entering the Aadhaar number. Okay, if length is 12, that is a valid Aadhaar number. If length is not 12, okay, and we have to throw an error. I don't want to continue the remaining program. If you are writing just else console.log, this log will print and remaining program also will continue. I don't want to process your loan application. I want to stop your program there itself. That remaining program, I don't want to do anything. Okay, in such situations, I can throw manually throw, okay, new error, invalid Aadhaar number. Okay, so here what is this line meaning is, I am throwing this error manually ourselves. Okay, whenever he is not entering any valid Aadhaar number, we are throwing a this error. So because of this error, what will happen? This the remaining program will not execute. It will stop from there itself. We are throwing ourselves because to stop the loan process, something like this. Okay, so whenever you want to throw something like this, we can throw this error. Okay, let us see what is the behavior. I'm going to reload the page. If I'm going to enter correct Aadhaar number, okay, I'll enter wrong. Let us see. So what is Aadhaar? Is it saying a invalid error? Your Aadhaar number is wrong, and the remaining program is not at all executed. Suppose if I am going to enter correct Aadhaar number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 12 digits. So it is saying valid number, and if finally block, remaining every program will be executed. Okay. If you want to throw an error from yourself, what is the keyword we can use it to throw? Okay, and we can say new error. Error is nothing but a object is available in the JavaScript. Okay, so this is the program we can write it. So this is nothing but a exception handling.